seconds. Could this be a 2-year-old Colt track record? They move off the top turn. It's Flaming Mo by 2.5. Elm Grove Gerson endeavoring to catch him on the outside, but it will be Flaming Mo to win the Atlantic Sire Stake 2-year-old colt final.
Once again, the 2-year-old colts will try it. Hurricane Gustav, Majestic Range B, Fernhill Quartz, Flaming Mo, Timely Cam, Woodmere Penalty, A Fearsome Lad. They're at the top of the stretch. Here they come. There they go, off and facing. Fernhill Quartz is leaving out from the rail. Hurricane Gustav into the turn with him, and from the outside, that's Flaming Mo. Rounding the turn third, A Fearsome Lad up the inside. Now he's third. Flaming Mo is fourth. Off stride, Majestic Range B in fifth. Timely Cam sixth. And the trailer, Woodmere Finality. Along the backstretch they go. Hurricane Gustav on the front here for Ernie Lappin. Now taking a seat in second, Fernhill Quartz. Up for third, A Fearsome Lad. Sticking with the leaders fourth. That's Flaming Mo, 29 and 3. Good quarter for the Colts. Rounding the turn fifth, Timely Cam. Then in sixth, Woodmere Finality. Majestic Range B. The trailer after a break. Down the lane they come towards the half mile. On the front end, Hurricane Gustav, the leader. Now rushing up, Flaming Mo, coming on to challenge. Third up the rail is Fernhill Quartz. Then in fourth, The Fearsome Lad. Timely Cam fifth. To the outside sixth, Woodmere Finality. And the trailer, Majestic Range B, off stride. Hurricane Gustav has gone on the run. On the lead, that is Flaming Mo. They were halfway home in 102 flat. Flaming Mo opening by 5. Second, Fernhill Quartz, A Fearsome Lad coming on to the third. Fourth to the outside, Hurricane Gustav. Woodmere Finality on the rail fifth. Timely Cam 6, and the trailer, Majestic Range B 1, 31 and 3, third one at 29 and change, 1/8 of a mile to go. Flaming Mo bringing them on down the lane. Here in the callback stake, Fernhill Quartz coming with them on the outside. Up for third, Woodmere Finality there, but it's Flaming Mo and Sandy Beard here to win it. Second, Fernhill Quartz. Woodmere Finality came on third. Here comes a callback divisional winner. Number 4, Flaming Mo. They facing Colt 2 by quick comeback from the quality blue chip mare, Mare Wayne. Owned by Alexander Baird of Trenton and Harold Russell of Pictou, Nova Scotia. The breeder of this colt, Dr. Hugh Baird of Hampton, New Brunswick. Alexander Baird trains and drives. He makes his debut tonight in Summerside, and he'll pace to a maiden record of 2:03 and 1/5. Flaming Mo in the first division of the callback stake 2-year-old Colt Pacers. One, Lone Star Colin. Final division of the 2-year-old Colt Pacers in the 9th race, Atlantic Sire. Wreaking Havoc and Joe Barrio, Flaming Mo and Sandy Barrett. Island Zorro and Jason Hughes. Would Be a Devil and Len McGuigan. Elm Grove Ringer Brian McPhee. JG's Hangman and Kenny Arsenault. Here they come. There they go, up and facing Flaming Mo, Island Zorro, and JG's Hangman. The three of them are leaving. Fourth into the turn is Wreaking Havoc. Pacing from fifth would be a Devil, and the trailer, that's Elm Grove, a Ringer, arriving at the opening eighth. JG's Hangman overcome the 6-hole at Summerside, and he went to the lead for Kenny Arsenault, and he's up by 3 here early. Second is Flaming Mo, now in third. That is Island Zorro racing fourth. Wreaking Havoc would be a Devil fifth, and the trailer is Elm Grove Ringer in sixth. The half a dozen colts go by the quarter pole. There were race time there on the front as they raced around the turn for the first time. Arriving at the 3/8 pole, 30-1 was the opener. JG's Hangman is the leader as they come down the lane. Second, the Flaming Mo. Racing from third is Island Zorro. Here comes movement on the outside of fourth. Wreaking Havoc is up and driving. Now would be a Devil is following him on the outside fifth. And Elm Grove Ringer continuing to trail into the clubhouse turn. They're led by JG's Hangman. Second is Flaming Mo on the outside third. Wreaking Havoc, the half in 103. And a 1 racing from fourth. That's who would be a Devil. Island Zorro is fifth, and Elm Grove Ringer trailing the field. Halfway up the backstretch now to 3/4 they go. JG's Hangman the leader. Wreaking Havoc on the outside second. Flaming Mo coming up at the rail third. Up to fourth now is Island Zorro. Would be a Devil is fifth. Elm Grove Ringer sixth. 132. 4 down at 3/4. Third one in 29 and change, and they're headed down the home stretch. Final division of the Atlantic Stars. JG's Hangman is the leader. Wreaking Havoc on the outside. Flaming Mo. Island Zorro, but it's JG's Hangman to win it for Kenny Arsenault. Flaming Mo is second. Island Zorro third.
Field 7 here for purse $9,200. Mergs, Moneyman Earl Smith, Fernhill Courts, Pooker McCollum, Ryan's Fancy, David O'Brien, Wreaking Havoc, Jill's Burial, Camco Russ, Danny Romo, Flaming Mo, Alexander Baird, Hunters, John Dean Bradley. Here they come. They're off and pacing. Fernhill Courts, Ryan's Fancy, and Camco Russ leave out early to a break leaving. Was Wreaking Havoc into the first turn. Camco Russ and Danny Roma up now to grab the lead. He'll take them to the opening station as Hunter's John makes a break in the backfield, interfering with Ryan's Fancy by the opening quarter. And Danny Romo, Camco Russ with the lead. Fernhill Court second. Third is Mergs Moneyman there by the opening quarter. 30 2/5. Danny Romo by 2.5 here with Camco Russ. Fernhill Court second. Third is Mergs Moneyman outside 4 now. Comes Flaming Mo. Then we go back to Ryan's Fancy. Hunter's John, your trailer after an early miscue. Wreaking Havoc. They race by the half-mile station. And Camco Russ with the lead. Flaming Mo up and at him second on the outside. 1 minute, 3/5 the race, the bottom turn. Camco Russ, Danny Romo with the lead outside second. Flaming Mo, third at the rail is Fernhill Courts, 3/4 the next stop. Camco Russ with the lead by 3/4 of a length. Flaming Mo outside second. Third, Fernhill Quartz, 3/4, 1:30 4/5 as Camco Russ and Danny Romo opening up by 2. Back to Flaming Mo second. Third is Fernhill Quartz. Fourth, that's Mergs Moneyman. They turn for home, and Camco Russ through the stretch, right down to the wire. Here's Flaming Mo on the outside. It's going to be too close to call. Looks like Camco Russ will need a pitcher. Race-winning trip, 2-0-2-2.
Flaming Mo, as he's racing Dale, would be a Devil. Ryan's Fancy, Elm Grove Gerson, Camco Russ, Calman, and Black River Gold. They're off and pacing Off the gate quick, Ryan's Fancy out in search of the lead. At the rail is Flaming Mo, and the far outside is Calman, along with Camco Ross. They race into the first turn, 4 deep, as they continue on by the opening eighth and into the backstretch. At the rail, Flaming Mo has the lead. Up on the outside, Camco Ross is charging up, looking to take over as they move down the backstretch for time 1. On the outside, Camco Ross, Flaming Mo will not let him by. He has to back off to take a seat second. Then gapping out in 3 is Ryan's Fancy. Back in 4, Muzzy's Racendale, followed by Calman from 5. Back there in 6 would be a Devil. 7th, as they race past the 3/8 is Black River Gold. And sitting at the back of the field in the early going, that's Elm Grove Gerson. The quarter in 28-1 as they round the top turn and approach the half. Flaming Mo is showing the way by 2.5 lengths. Racing a second as they arrive at the halfway point. That is Camco Ross. Ryan's Fancy 3rd. First up, Calman 4th. Elm Grove Gerson with a bold 3-wide move at the half as they race into the lower turn. Heading now to the 5/8. Up front, Flaming Mo still there by a length and a half. Second, Camco Ross. Calman first up, 3rd. Out in the 3-wide lane, 4th is Elm Grove Gerson. 5th at the rail. That's Ryan's Fancy. Outside in 6 would be a Devil. Then Muzzy's Racendale. And at the back is Black River Gold. They race past the 3/4. The half was in 1 minute flat. And it's still Flaming Mo in control. Opening to 2.5. Camco Ross second. Elm Grove Gerson on the outside is traveling 3rd. Dropping back Ryan's Fancy 4th. Moving up on the outside now to take over 4. That is Would Be a Devil. 3/4 in 1:30-4. Moving off the top turn and straightening out for the stretch drive, and Flaming Mo is drawing out to an insurmountable lead as they drive down the lane. Flaming Mo will take the A division of the 2-year-old Pacing Colts. Elm Grove Gerson closing up for 2nd, and 3rd Would Be a Devil. Back in victory lane, the winner of the second A division of the 2-year-old Pacing Colts, number 1 Flaming Mo, a son of quick comeback. The quality blue chip dam, Mare Wayne, by Sandy Barrett of Trenton and Harold Russell of Pictou, trained by Sandy Barrett, driven to victory by Gilles Berriot. Gilles giving Flaming Mo a new life mark of 1:59 and 4/5. Trackside, Vice President of the Atlantic Standardbred Breeders and Nova Scotia Director, Mr. Wayne McRae, making the cooler presentation.
Here at trackside with Sandy Baird, and Jill is going to join us here in a minute. And Sandy, you got yourself quite a colt. He tacked on a quarter there in 29 seconds flat. Mile in 59-4.
David O'Brien. From 2, J.G.'s Hangman, Steve Mahar. 3 is Muzzy's Racendale and McGuigan. Calman leads 4 for Danny Romo. 5 is Flaming Mo and Gilles Berriot. Outside 6, Elm Grove Gerson. Dave Pinckney, 6 starters across the racetrack. Race 10, here they come. They're off, and as expected, J.G.'s Hangman goes out for the early lead and takes it as they race into the turn. J.G.'s Hangman. Then getting away second on the outside is Calman. He's a bit rough now. And now assuming second is Ryan's Fancy up the inside. Then now grabbing third. Up the inside is Muzzy's Racingdale. Then Flaming Mo will take fourth up the inside. Then backing off fifth, Calman. And trailing the field, Elm Grove Gerson as they race by the opening half. The undefeated J.G.'s Hangman. By the opening quarter for Mahar, he's out by 2. By that opening quarter, 29 seconds flat. J.G.'s Hangman. Then racing second, Ryan's Fancy. Third is Muzzy's Racingdale. Flaming Mo is still racing back in fourth. Here comes Calman to the outside. Elm Grove Gerson makes a move. And trailing the field is Calman through the stretch to the half. There goes Muzzy's Racingdale on the outside to challenge J.G.'s Hangman. As they were by the half, Mahar still leading. They were by the half, 59 seconds flat, 30 in the second quarter, and your leader up front is J.G.'s Hangman. Then racing second, that's Flaming Mo on the run as they go on up the backstretch to the three quarters. It's J.G.'s Hangman. Then racing second, up the inside is Muzzy's Racingdale. Flaming Mo made the break, but he's full of pace. And he's gaining with every stride. The three quarters, J.G.'s Hangman. They were by the three quarters. 1:29, J.G.'s Hangman turns it on. Flaming Mo trying to recover from the break. He's full of pace, but maybe an insurmountable lead down the stretch. J.G.'s Hangman. Flaming Mo is coming to him down the stretch, but it's J.G.'s Hangman. Mahar looking over his shoulder, checking things out, but it's J.G.'s Hangman. He remains perfect this afternoon. Flaming Mo gets the deuce ahead of Elm Grove Gerson, finishing third with the inquiry sign up. Time for the mile, 1:50.
Two-year-old Colt Pacer, lining up in race number 12. Final heat of the afternoon in A division. Elm Grove Gerson, Dave Pinckney, Woodmere Sonic Boom, Steve Mason, Flaming Mo, Jill Berrio, Camco Russ, Danny Romo, Rustico Storm, Mike Stevenson. Marge's Moneyman for Gary Chappell. In back the trailer is Princetown Logan and Troy Larage. Here they come. There they go. They're up and pacing. Woodmere Sonic Boom leaving out. Second into the turn, Flaming Mo. And Princetown Logan going right up the inside third. Pacing up fourth is Camco Russ. Fifth as they arrive at the eighth pole, Rustico Storm. Elm Grove Gerson away sixth. And Marge's Moneyman trailing the field. Up the backstretch, Flaming Mo and Berrio. They're headed to the lead as they go to the backstretch and arrive at the opening quarter. Flaming Mo cleared. Second, Woodmere Sonic Boom. Princetown Logan right up into third. Camco Russ on the rail fourth. 29 seconds flat the quarter. Round the turn in fifth, Rustico Storm. There goes Elm Grove Gerson moving out sixth. That brings Rustico Storm to the outside. Marge's Moneyman cutting the field seventh. Down the lane towards the half mile. They're led by Flaming Mo. Woodmere Sonic Boom is second. Up on the outside third. Rustico Storm. Princetown Logan racing fourth. Moving up fifth, that's Elm Grove Gerson. Then in sixth on the outside, Marge's Moneyman. Now the trailer. Camco Russ, the half in a minute. Too fast. Midway around the turn. Flaming Mo on the lead. Over to 5/8 on the outside. Rustico Storm is second. Third on the rail, Woodmere Sonic Boom. Fourth to the outside, Elm Grove Gerson, and he's swinging three wide. Princetown Logan on the rail in fifth. Camco Russ sixth. Marge's Moneyman trailing the field. They go to that upper turn with the final time. They're by the three quarters in 1:30 and 4. Flaming Mo down to an eighth to go. Woodmere Sonic Boom is second. Up on the outside third, Elm Grove Gerson, and Princetown Logan fourth. Down the lane they come. Flaming Mo opening up. Woodmere Sonic Boom, Elm Grove Gerson, Flaming Mo, and Berrio, third winner of the day. Elm Grove Gerson is second. Woodmere Sonic Boom is third. Princetown Logan completing the superfecta. Now returning from the 12th. Number 3, Flaming Mo. Bay facing Colt 2 by quick comeback from the quality Blue Chip Dam, Mayor Wayne. On by Alexander Baird of Trenton and Harold Russell of Picton, Nova Scotia. Alexander is the training. Michel Barrio has his third winner today with the driving triple. The Colt pacing right to his record, 159.45. Flaming Mo in the Atlantic Sire Stakes, 2-year-old Colt pacer.
Starters for the 6th race, top of the stretch, Elm Grove Gerson, Dave Pinkney, Flaming Mo and Jill Barrio. Princetown Logan, Troy DeRoche. Elm Grove Ringer, Brian McPhee, Woodmere Finality. With Kenny Arsenault, Rustico Scorm, John Davidson, Island Zorro, Jason Hughes, outside 8, Spank Me Frank, Darren Crow, 8 across the track. Here they come, and they're off and pacing, and going for the lead. That's Elm Grove Ringer from the outside, and Flaming Mo gets away second as they race into the first turn. Your leader, Elm Grove Ringer, looking strong, and he's out by about 2. Flaming Mo is pacing back in second, and Flaming Mo's going to make an early move, and there he goes, out from second. Flaming Mo and Barrio grab the top. Racing second now is Elm Grove Ringer. Back third, Kenny Arsenault sits in with Woodmere Finality. Then Princetown Logan sits back fourth. Elm Grove Gerson is fifth, and it's back to the 3 trailers, Island Zorro. Then racing back in seventh, Spank Me Frank and Rustico Storm can see them all. That first quarter up, 29-1. Flaming Mo as they come off the turn through the stretch to the half. Flaming Mo racing second to the inside. Elm Grove Ringer. First up, here comes Elm Grove Gerson, and Elm Grove Gerson strong after the leader. Pinkney is up to second and challenging. Inside third, Elm Grove Ringer. They were halfway home in a minute and 2 fifths. Flaming Mo on the outside, Elm Grove Gerson, and a bit rough in the 3-hole. That was Elm Grove Ringer as they go on up the backstretch to the 3/4, and it's Flaming Mo on top. Flaming Mo, Elm Grove Gerson. Going to give him a go on the outside, and the inquiry sign is up. It's Flaming Mo and Barrio, 3/4 bound. They're by that marker in 1:30-4. Flaming Mo trying to put away the challenge of Elm Grove Gerson. Outside, driving hard second, and off stride in the backfield. That was Woodmere Finality off the turn for home, and it's all Flaming Mo. Flaming Mo pacing strong this final quarter. It's Flaming Mo moving away. Elm Grove Gerson for second, and on for third, possibly Spank Me Frank, but it's Flaming Mo winning easily over Elm Grove Gerson, and in for third, Woodmere Finality ahead of Spank Me Frank. Then still to come, Princetown Logan over Island Zorro, then Rustico Storm, and on that break, Elm Grove Ringer. Time for the mile, 2 minutes, 1 fifth. Welcome back to the winner's circle, the unofficial winner of race 6. Number 2, Flaming Mo. Bay Coldies 2 by quick comeback out of Mayor Wayne. She by Quality Blue Chip. Owned by Alex Baird and Harold Russell. Trained by Alex Baird. Jill Barrio in the driver's seat. And for Flaming Mo, that's his 4th win from 7 career starts. And tonight, 2 minutes and 1 fifth. Final quarter, 29-2 for Flaming Mo and Jill Barrio. Flaming Mo takes our first A division. 2-year-old pacing Colts Cooler, sponsored by Alpine. And congratulations to the Connections, Flaming Mo. An impressive winner, 2 minutes and 1 fifth.
Brook Dandy, Steve Mahar, Shady Martin, John Davidson, 1 trailer, Reek and Havoc, Joe Barrio, 7 starters, race 6. Here they come. They're off and pacing from the inside. Spank Me Frank is your leader into the turn. Camco Kyle gets away, racing in second. Then Flaming Mo on the outside looking for a spot. He's third. No Alibi gets away, racing in fourth. Then it's back to Wreakin' Havoc sitting fifth. And the two trailers, Salzbrook Dandy and Shady Martin, can see them all. There goes Romo and Flaming Mo to the top now. The post-time favorite now leads by that opening quarter. It's Flaming Mo. In the pocket now is Spank Me Frank. Camco Kyle looks at it third. Then racing fourth is No Alibi by that opening quarter. 29-1. Flaming Mo. In the pocket, Spank Me Frank. Camco Kyle sits back in third. They're still single file. Racing fourth on the pylons now, but out to move. Here comes No Alibi. That'll give cover to Wreakin' Havoc from fifth. Then Salzbrook Dandy follows it up sixth, and Shady Martin trails halfway home. Flaming Mo and Romo past the half. He's on top by 2. The half in 1 minute flat. Flaming Mo, Spank Me Frank second. Outside, driving third, No Alibi. Inside, Camco Kyle is racing fourth. Outside, Wreakin' Havoc fifth. Then Salzbrook Dandy and Shady Martin on to the three-quarters they go. And it's Flaming Mo still leading by a length and a half. Racing second on the outside, No Alibi. Spank Me Frank looking good on the inside. Racing third, he just needs some racing room. Then Camco Kyle angles off the cones. Three-quarters, 1:30 flat. They round the turn for the drive home, and they have less than 1/8 of a mile to go. Flaming Mo leads the field down the stretch. On the outside, coming to him is No Alibi, but Flaming Mo just toying with this bunch through the field, and it's Flaming Mo and Romo winning it over Spank Me Frank in for third. No Alibi over Camco Kyle, Wreakin' Havoc, Shady Martin, Salzbrook Dandy. And the time for the mile, 1:59.4. 12 number 4, Flaming Mo. Bake Oldies 2 by quick comeback out of Mare Wayne. She by Quality Blue Chip, owned by Alex Baird, along with Harold Russell. Trained by Alex Baird, Danny Romo picks up the catch driving assignment on this nice-looking 2-year-old colt. He's now 5 for 8 lifetime and puts his earnings to almost $25,000 on the season. So Flaming Mo, 1:59.4, and that equals his lifetime best. Flaming Mo and Danny Romo, 59.4. And we'll take it downstairs for a quick interview with Danny Romo.
Final division of the Don McNeil Memorial Stake for 2-year-old pacing colts, lining up here in the 10th. Elm Grove a Rebel on the rail with Walter Chevrolet. Benham David from 2 and Jeff Lilly. Flaming Mo 3, Gilles Barrio. Elm Grove a Ringer 4, Brian McPhee. Muldo's Drop 5, Barry Craswell. Would Be a Devil is 6 for Barney McGuigan. Here they come. There they go, up and pacing. Benham David firing out for the lead. Flaming Mo between horses. Elm Grove a Ringer from the outside moving up third. Into the turn, Elm Grove Rebels away fourth. Pacing fifth. That's Muldo's Drop, and the Would Be a Devil is the early trailer turning up the backstretch, led by Benham David on the front end here with Jeff Lilly. Elm Grove a Ringer now going to the rail second, all by himself third. That's the 1-9 favorite, Flaming Mo. Pacing fourth, but gapped out is Elm Grove Rebel. Then in fifth, Muldo's Drop, and the trailer as they move into the turn Would Be a Devil, 28-4. Jeffrey's on a mission on the front end here. Benham David bringing him down the lane here towards the half mile. Pacing second, that's Elm Grove a Ringer, and he's edging out. Flaming Mo looks after third. Closing up fourth is Elm Grove a Rebel. Here comes Would Be a Devil underway on the outside fifth, and the trailer. That is Muldo's Drop. Halfway home in the Don McNeil, and Benham David was the leader. 59 9-4 for the half. Here comes Flaming Mo now to take over. 3/8 of a mile to go. Second is Bedlam David. Up on the outside would be a Devil. Moving into third. Elm Grove a Ringer now fourth. Muldo's drop fifth, and Elm Grove a Rebel trailing the field. Going at 3/4, and now we're under an inquiry. Race 10 under an inquiry as they pass by 3/4. Flaming Mo leading it by 3. Would be a Devil now getting second. Bedlam David along the rails third. 1:30 and 2/5 down at 3/4. 1/8 of a mile from home, and it's all Flaming Mo in here. Would be a Devil on the outside second. Third up the rail is Bedlam David, and in the second division of the Don McNeil Memorial Stake, Flaming Mo and Joe Barrio all alone on the line. Would be a Devil gets the deuce. Bedlam David cut it out and finished third. Into the winner's circle from tonight's 10th race, number 3, Flaming Mo. Bay facing Colt 2 by quick comeback from the quality Blue Chip Dam, Mayor Wayne. On by Sandy Baird of Trenton, Nova Scotia, and Harold Russell from Pictou, Nova Scotia. Sandy also does the training. Joe Barrio's in the driver's seat. Time of the mile in 2 minutes and a 1/5. On 3, Flaming Mo in the second division of the Don McNeil Memorial Stake for 2-year-old Colt Pacers down at trackside. With the presentations, Tom McNeil Jr. and Lynn McNeil also joining us tonight here at the driving park. It's Flaming Mo and Barrio, 2 minutes and a 5th. Evening's 11th race. PEI Colt Stakes, 2-year-old Colt Pacers, year 70. Camco, Russ, Danny Romo, Flaming Mo, Joe Barrio. Handy's Hornet, Walter Chevry, Centurion Thunder, Danny McDonald. Would be a Devil, Len McGuigan, Cape Breton, Joe, Pooker McCollum, and Osprey Ridge, Henry Smallwood. Here they come. There they go. They're up and pacing. Flaming Mo's leaving out. Camco Russell on the rail. To their outside, Would Be a Devil is going right with them as they round the turn. Would Be a Devil has gone off stride. Now up into third up the rail. That is Osprey Ridge. Racing from fourth, Andy's Hornet. Would Be a Devil on the outside. And racing fifth. Away six towards the rail. Centurion Thunder. And then the early trailer is Cape Breton Joe. Up front, Flaming Mo and Joe Barrio. They're all alone in the early going. Racing second, Camco Russ. Third along the rail is Osprey Ridge. Into fourth Would Be a Devil. Now Handy's Hornet is fifth. Centurion Thunder is sixth. And Cape Breton Joe moving to the outside, seventh. 30 and 2/5 for a quarter mile. There's the inquiry sign. Race number 11 under an inquiry. Down the lane they come in front of us for time 1. Fraction setter, Flaming Mo, and he's halfway home. From the rail, 2 lengths off the leader second. Camco Russ. Racing third is Osprey Ridge. Fourth along the inside, Would Be a Devil. There's movement on the outside, fifth. Cape Breton Joe moving up. 6 is Andy's Hornet, and Centurion Thunder on the outside, 7th. Opening half mile in 103 flat. And Flaming Mo got a soft half mile in, and he should be fresh as they go to 3/4. Continues on the lead. Second up the rail, Camco Russ. Now Osprey Ridge is moving third on the outside. Would Be a Devil to take over fourth. Handy's Hornet in fifth. Then Cape Breton Joe and Centurion Thunder trailing the field. 3/4 in a 134 flat. On round the turn, final time. Flaming Mo now picking it up on the front end. In at the rail, Camco Russ. To his outside, Osprey Ridge is up third. Would Be a Devil fourth, and Handy's Hornet fifth. Deep in the stretch, Flaming Mo and Joe Barrio go all the way here in the PEI Colt Stakes. Second, that is Camco Russ. Osprey Ridge finishes third. Judge's inquiry involves a break by number 6 into the first turn. Quality Blue Chip. Home by Sandy Baird of Trenton and Harold Russell of Pictou, Nova Scotia. Sandy does the training. Breeder this colt is Dr. Hugh Baird of Hampton, New Brunswick. Jules Barrio in the driver's seat tonight, had him on top all the way. Closing quarter in 28 2/5 for a mile in 2:02 and 2 on number 2, Flaming Mo in the PEI Colt Stakes. 12th race coming next. No changes.
JG's Hangman, Woodmere Sonic Boom, and No Alibi. They're off and pacing, and as expected from the outside, Flaming Mo, JG's Hangman, those quick off the wings of the gate, off the rail. Spank Me Frank is moving out alertly, and Spank Me Frank has the early lead as they race by the opening 8th and into the backstretch. They're 3 wide in behind them. On the far outside is JG's Hangman, and also driving up is Flaming Mo. They're still 3 deep as they battle for the lead, heading to the opening quarter. That's Flaming Mo now reaching the top spot, backing off JG's Hangman. We'll look for a seat in the pocket second. Spank Me Frank is pacing along the rail in 3 as they race into the turn and on past the 3/8 out front and showing the way. That's Flaming Mo by 1 length. JG's Hangman sitting in the pocket. Inquiry sign posted. 27-1 was the opening quarter. They move off the top turn and race into the lane now as the 2-year-old colts approach the halfway point. It's Flaming Mo on top by a length. JG's Hangman is sitting in the garden spot, quickly driving up uncovered. Here comes Elm Grove Gerson, now up to attack Flaming Mo as they race into the lower turn. Also out and driving in the outside 4th. That's Woodmere Sonic Boom. At the rail 5th is Spank Me Frank, halfway home in 57 4/5 seconds. Flaming Mo is still there by half a length. On the outside and attacking first over Elm Grove Gerson. At the rail and gapping out 3rd, JG's Hangman up on the outside. And now into contention 3rd, that's Woodmere Sonic Boom. JG's Hangman dropping back to 4th. No Alibi to the outside 5, but it's still Flaming Mo with the lead. Has put away the challenge of Elm Grove Gerson and reestablishes a length and a half lead as they move past the 7/8. Look at the 3 quarters, 1:26 4/5 seconds. Could this be a 2-year-old colt track record? They move off the top turn. It's Flaming Mo by 2.5. Elm Grove Gerson endeavoring to catch him on the outside, but it will be Flaming Mo to win the Atlantic Sire Stake 2-year-old colt final over Elm Grove Gerson and Woodmere Sonic Boom. Back. Out of the Quality Blue Chip Dam, Mare Wayne is owned by Sandy Baird of Trenton and Harold Russell of Pictou. Bred by Dr. Hugh Baird of Hampton, New Brunswick. Trained by Sandy Baird, driven to victory today by Jules Barrio. Flaming Mo setting a new track record here at Truro Raceway for 2-year-olds. The mile in 1:57 1/5. Trackside on behalf of the Atlantic Standardbred Breeders to make the blanket presentation, Eldred Nicholson. Vice President from Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia Director David Ranchford, making the presentation to the winner of the Atlantic Sire Stake 2-year-old colt final and the new track record holder here at Truro Raceway for 2-year-olds, Flaming Mo in 1:57 1/5.